Good morning, everyone. Today is January 7, 2025. This is Joseph with Smart Money Traders. Today we'll be looking at the markets together. Primarily on the stream, we trade the ES and the NQ. 3 minutes to the open. This stream is for educational purpose only. Not recommend to buy or sell any futures contracts or foreign currency. Be together, take a look at what's happening here so far. We had a 30-minute chart here with the ES. As you can see, overnight, about midnight, hit 12:30, hit this fair value gap, that support zone. And now we definitely going higher. So this market is bullish, but I would caution because it's a little extended. We may see a sell-off at the open to kind of reset things. For example, here would be a resistance zone. So let me make it a zoom. This resistance zone here, this is a place that we can see the market come back to and bounce. So if we do see that, so we might be ready to go to the next fair value gap. Or it may just keep going. But definitely today we're bullish on the ES. Same thing on the NQ. And so the NQ now, that's interesting. It's right at this fair value gap, which could be a resistance here. So there's definitely a chance we see a sell-off on this market. If you're looking at this, there was a trend line right here that got broken. Play around it for a while, then broke it. So we may see a pullback to it at some point and then a move higher. So definitely waiting for a pullback to get engaged. I mean, it's 9:29 and change, almost 9:30. So typically we don't take a position anyway until at least 5 minutes into the market. And today we have news at 10, I believe. That's another reason to be careful. I believe we have news at 10 o'clock today. If I move this over, we have ISM services PMI and job opening. Those definitely are market movers. I would definitely caution between, especially when you get close to 10, to stay on the sideline. That's what I'm planning on doing. And also after the news come out, just let it settle, let it really market digest. So the market digest the news. As you can see here, we're saying this slow pullback. We said, hey, we could see actually because the candle just closed, we have this fair value gap that formed. So the fair value gap is basically between this candle, this previous candle here, and this one that just closed. With that kind of broke the low of this and the high of this candle. That's what created the fair value gap. So with that said, just gonna wait and see here. Again, we're still bullish on this market, but at the same time, like we said, this market was kind of extended. ES probably doing the same thing. No, maybe not as much as the NQ. You know, the NQ is a little wild. So this also create a fair value gap. So this zone here, if they come back, we'll try to go higher, but we'll try to buy it. I'm just gonna put this on the 3-minute chart. That shows me the same information, but with definitely this is more like an entry chart for me. And I have at the bottom relative volume. So that shows me each bar historically. If this is the dot that you see here is the average volume for that particular time of day. So it will tell me if it's a higher than normal volume, is it a regular volume, or is it just much lower? So also that will give us some heads up and how to proceed. It's not a signal, but also just another tool in our arsenal to gauge if we want to take a position or not. So right now we're seeing a little bit of selling off coming in, a little selling coming. Like we thought it would. We thought that would be the case. Let's just wait. And I apologize for my camera. My camera been acting up lately. I gotta figure out how to fix it today. And by the time I get to a computer, it would take me too much time. To try to fix it, I wanted to at least start the stream before 9:30. with that said, we're gonna just wait here. It's 9:33. It's very early in the process, so we're just gonna wait and see what's happening. Also, the yellow line you see here, that's a initial balance high, is gonna evolve as the market goes. Every time a candle closes, it's gonna adjust until 10:30, and then it'll stay there. And the blue line is the middle of the range for the initial balance, which is the middle of the range for the whole day, I believe. Can adjust with time. So let's see what happened here. We get some nice selling coming in. I mean, again, this is why you don't just jump in the market and be long. Even though we say, hey, at the beginning we say, this market is a bullish market, but you just don't jump in. You just wait for to see what's happening. And this could be just a complete reversal from the beginning here. So let's wait and see how the market digests the open. We'll take it from there. That's a lot of selling. I think it's pointing to the downside at the moment. Looking at my order flow chart here, we definitely sellers are in complete control at the moment. But will it? Yeah. So let's just wait and see here. Yeah, we can see some buyers coming in here. Will they get quashed, or will they be able to reverse this wave of sellers? Sellers are pushing it down here. I mean, at the moment we are bearish here in this market. We have a bearish open. Yeah, looks like we're going lower here. But again, it's getting close to the VWAP, so this is something we got to keep in mind. Because a lot of times the VWAP is used as a bounce point. Whether it's market going higher or lower, it's coming from the upside here like it's doing now. They could use it as a bounce point to buy, to go higher, or they can use it if it was going higher and hit the VWAP from could use it as a bounce point to sell. But here, this market is clearly going lower here. The Geiger counter is all red, showing the selling pressure is much greater than the buying pressure. But again, we'll be careful here. Probably wait for another pullback to 36.5. Gonna get a pullback to 36 and a quarter here and to turn around. Then we'll have room to get back down on. But we did get it here. We just didn't act on it. Time was 9:38. That was plenty of time too. 35. Okay, getting some buying here. Mostly here. If we don't make it no low, we get a U-turn here to the upside. We might want to buy this here. Maybe not. Let's see. I know the background is pink and things like that, but it's really a support zone right here. Hitting the VWAP and bounce. Not really too trusting this up move though. No. Remember, we say, hey, hit this one and go back up. That's what it looks like we're doing right now, but wait here. And also, 10 o'clock is approaching quickly, so with 10 o'clock approaching here, we need to keep that in mind. We have news. So if nothing happened in the next 8 minutes, usually 10 minutes before the news, I try not to touch the market. So it's like we're bouncing higher here. And Q looks like he wants to go higher. Both ES wants, yeah, they're looking like so really favor the short at the moment because this market open really in a way that's bearish, but it looks like he wants to go higher at the same time. So it's really not too clear at the moment. That's why we're going to stay on the sidelines for now. Because remember, this was here, support, break it, came back to it, and went higher. Now, it may serve as resistance. So we did say if we get to 36, we may try to sell it here. Got some sellers coming in. The buyers are still kind of pesky here. We're going to have an order to go short here. If maybe not, just wait and see. Pushing higher. We're right at the value area high. That could be a place to turn it around here too. Not push it higher at the same time. Looks like buyers are really getting aggressive here. Moment, really look at it, waiting for a pullback to go long. Again, get an order here at 31 definitely would be a nice profit right now. But, I used to trade in a way that I put limit orders and expect the market's going to turn around. This is more like predicting. I like to react more now than predict. So right now we're looking, could this have been this move up? Could it have been this move up here? The middle chart. Could it have been a pullback from this sell-off? Because again, we're right at this resistance zone. and we're getting red here. We're getting back to neutral on the Geiger counter in the middle. Looks like we're looking to maybe going higher here. I think I may wait for if they're gonna do a double pullback here, come back here, give me a couple of bars and go back to the VWAP and then go higher. So it's 9:48. We're gonna wait and see what happened here. We may see that little double pullback to here, and then we may be engaging long at that time. Just gonna have to be patient and careful today, like like we should be every day. Like right now it's kind of ranging. Okay, selling off again. So let's see here if we can get to the VWAP, which is about 30 and a quarter, 30.50, which is the overnight VWAP. See if we can get to that level and bounce higher, but again, it's 9.50 at the moment. So to me, I wouldn't want to wait here. I would want to wait, before after the news, before I can start engage in this market today. So today looks like it's going to take some patience, like really every day. Sometimes the market show you its hands quicker than others, and today, like, if you didn't catch that move down, which we did say at the beginning, hey, because it was extended, we could see a move to the downside, then higher, and which both things happen. Because this band here was where I said, hey, if we get to this, is the same band we're looking at over here. If we get here, we may go higher. But like right now, is that the double pullback? I think I may miss this move because I said, hey, still have some time before the news, but at this point, I think I should wait. I'm gonna wait for the news. So because of that, I think I'm gonna put a sign here saying that I'll be back. Let me check and see here. I'm gonna step away from the computer. That's another thing. Sometimes you just gotta step away from this from the computer, so you don't, so you're not physically there. You just remove yourself from the scenario, because now you're getting itchy to take a trade, which you already said to yourself, hey, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait, but at the same time, just control. Say we'll be back after news. Yeah, I'm gonna take a breather here. It looks like it wants to go higher. To me, it's too close to the news. I'd like to wait for the market to digest the news before I engage here. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna see a little back and forth here. This is why before the news, it's kind of possible try not to trade, because people are positioning themselves either way. People are getting in and out of this market, anticipating the news. I'll definitely be back after the 10 o'clock news. So like right now, we got to sell off again. There's not going to be a lot of sense here between now and for the next 10 minutes, really. Even after the news, it's going to be like, you got to just wait for the market to settle. So because of that, I'm going to step away from my desk, and I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, I'm back. Yeah, market sold off in the news here. Interesting. Must not have liked the news. So let me see what the numbers came out. Actually, both numbers are green, meaning it should be positive numbers, but let's see. Yeah, job openings is higher than expected, so meaning we got more people unemployed than they expected. So that's definitely one of the reasons the market sold off. And PMI is higher. Okay. Well, it looks like today we're going to get So right now, the last few minutes, this market's been kind of ranging. It's breaking the low of the day, which I don't like to sell the low of the day here because, this market definitely can bounce on that low of the day. But if we get a pullback to this area about 10 and a half, we may not get it. It's just a lot of momentum to the downside right now. Let me look at my order flow chart. Yeah, it's pushing down. Everything is kind of pushing to the downside here. But this can be used as a way to get some people short and also bring it. Oh no, this is some real selling happening now. Kind of missed that here. Hey, it's okay. All right, you can see we're gonna see a bounce here to the probably higher bounce. Go back up to 03. Whenever we give it the U-turn, we'll take a short. Oh no, is this one of the double pullbacks? Yeah, 10:08, 8 minutes after the news. This market still digesting it. It looks like. What I would like to see here, if we can see, we're gonna count this as a pullback this way and come back down here. Maybe go higher. Oh, maybe it's not gonna give us. It's not gonna go higher. Well, but this was the entry at very leery to go short here. Yeah, just gotta wait and see here. I'm not feel confident to take short here at the low. So it's gonna break lower, but without me. Really extended to the downside too at the moment. Yeah, looks like we're pushing higher here. A lot higher than average volume, which makes sense because, because of the news, you're going to have that. If we don't get a no low here and get a U-turn to the upside, we may try along here. No, maybe not. Okay, it is, oh, there you go. Wow. Gotta be really quick. I have a quick trade.
Orders.
Let's see.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Grabbing a few points here to the upside. Let's see if we can get to 10. But you know what?
Order canceled.
Well, we got somebody said something. Oh, Noah. Well, you are welcome, Noah. You are very welcome. Thanks for being here. So we did get the first target, and the second target got taken to. So right now we are. Looks like we want to go lower here. But that was a nice little push up. Let's see if this one is going to be sustained or they're going to keep going down. Based on the news, the market should be going down. But we took a lot counter trend trade right here because we had a nice, this is, look at my, looks like short is the way. Like I said, no, you're welcome and thank you for being here, for your support. Well, let's look at, definitely right now we're trying to see if we can go lower. This was a nice push up, but it, the buyers kind of got squashed right here. So this on a bigger perspective here. So again, this is a relative volume, telling you exactly based on historically what's the average volume. The dots are the average volume for that particular time. As you can see here, when the news came out, the volume went berserk. So here, this is one of those things you can see a test again of those lows and then go higher. Because this market was going higher all overnight. So sometimes they use the news as a way to flush out the, to just flush out the whatever side was in control. In this case, the buyers were in control. They use the news to flush them out. In the 30-minute chart, before the market opened, I said this market was going to bounce here, and it did bounce for a while. Then we broke it. So this is definitely bearish behavior here. What we're looking for right now is probably a bounce, a pullback, maybe to this area, about the 10, between 10 and 11. The higher it goes, the better for the pullback. I mean, you don't want it to go too high either, because at that point you don't know if it's going to be a reversal or a pullback. But here we're looking at for a pullback to go short. That's a long candle. So I'm looking at this range and this candle here from 10 o'clock, which again, because of the news, that's a 37-point candle. So we can't be trying to sell here. To me, it's really, it's pushing way down. It's a 41-point candle, so we got a counter trend trade in. We're lucky enough, we got a first target. Second target got hit, second contract got hit and a little bit of profit. So profit for the day, we only took that one trade because we wanted to wait for the news to see how it was going to come out. But at the moment here, as you can see, this double bottom here could be something to go higher. So getting some green and some alignment to the upside here. Now, if we make a pullback, if you do a pullback, though this was a one bar pullback. I'm not sure I like this one bar pullback, but usually a couple bars pullback and you fail to make a new low, we may try to engage long here. Risky, yeah, definitely. But that's part of trading. We're all taking on risk. But it has to be a risk that we can measure. We know below this here we would like to go. We would like to go out of the trade. But here, if we get, I think I waited too long here. That's ranging though. I think I hesitate. My hesitation is gonna cost me this trade because we wanted to go long here. First target would have gotten hit. I mean, as you can see, this market, you gotta be nimble. You gotta be quick. Things are getting green here. All right, let's see if we can get a pullback, maybe, and try to go long here. But really, the long was over here. The long was right here, which I missed. Yeah, things are getting bullish right now. Is that a pullback from that big drop? Could be, but we definitely would have definitely hit both targets here. I only had one bar for pullback. My trail probably would have survived this. But now we're looking, okay, can we get a pullback? Probably in this area. If we get a pullback in this area here, which is right here, let's see how we're going to react to this band. Because here was the resistance, this was support, and this bucket came back to it. I think we might be able to go along here. We're getting some green background.
Order submitted.
Let's see. Can we get higher here? Can we go higher? I think at this point we basically...
Order filled.
There you go. We got the first target. Can we even get to 10? Remember we said 10? This is a pivot. If it breaks this, we have a good chance to get to 10. Yeah, that's the thing here. I'm going to get tagged out a couple of ticks, or by a tick or two. There you go. Let's see. I think we may get to put it below this little pivot here. Just going to give it 2 more ticks here. Because I don't want to get ticked out here and just keep and shoot up to 10. I think I'm going to redesign my...
Order canceled.
I got tagged out here. It's okay. It's okay. We will not be going long here because the pivot is too close, as you can see. And when you're dealing with those pivots, you got to assume that they're going to hold every time. And here, this pivot held. And especially the environment that we're in, when the bearish environment, market internals are still bearish, but here, it looks like we 1022 trying to move higher here. Yeah, we got some alignment to the upside. This is why I think... It's like a constant battle between, okay, should I trail my second contract or should I just let it stay at break even? A lot of times, the data is going to show that right now we're breaking that pivot and we're probably going to get to 10. Yeah, that was a lot of force here. We got the value area low, so which is the market is cheap at the moment in the value zone. So this was a nice place to buy. Here could be that could be an entry here at 6.25. That's their step pattern here. Now come back down to 175. I'd like it better there because this blue line 175 was a resistance break. It came back to it, but I don't know if it's going to give us a second chance to it. Now we see a ranging action going on here, so it may come back and try to get some people short below the swing and turn it around, but it's probably not doing it at the moment. It's not doing it at the moment. Let me see if there's any questions or comments in here. Not yet. I mean, no new ones at least. So, couple trades, couple winners. I mean, we got both first target. We're looking for that runner and we didn't get it. Bottom chart in the middle again. Struggling against that pivot. That's why you gotta respect those pivots but right now it looks like we're going higher. 5. Yep. There you go. There you have it. I didn't enter this trade here because I feel like I didn't want to fuel the fact that I missed out on this. I got taken out here and kind of fuel the kind of revenge. I wanted to just cool off a little bit. I wanted to cool off, but if you took this trade here above this, like 6,008 and 6,008, 6008 here, and basically, if you could see, that's why I like to use not time based because you can see within the price action here. You see this a false. That's the first pullback here. Then he went up this way, gives you a 1 bar pullback. Now it's going higher. See, this is what sometimes, trading, if you let it, it can definitely be frustrating, because right now this market is jumping high, but it's approaching resistance at 615. Oh, that's at 15. Sorry, I keep saying 615. 6015 or just 15. So it's approaching resistance here, and 10 we said earlier was going to be, the area was going to be. That's why we're going to take a profit, because it looks like it could be potentially be resistance. So, but this market looks like it wants to go higher now, kind of reclaim what they did overnight. But yeah, 16 and a quarter is a level to 1675. Sorry, this is a level to look at as well, because at the moment it is the middle of the initial balance. So that's a level they may go up there and turn the market around there. But here we definitely kind of missed out on that big run. But yeah, gonna have to adjust instead of doing tick by tick with my trailing, I'm gonna do it step by step. Maybe every 10 ticks I move up. But right now we're getting a little bit of selling, which is, for a trend to be healthy, we need pullbacks. And a pullback actually is an indication of a healthy trend. Because a lot of times people, they want to stay away from pullbacks, but pullbacks are good, because that gives you an opportunity to recharge and get into that move. Right now, the Geiger counter is kind of neutral. It's going red now, so definitely wouldn't want to be going long. The selling pressure is definitely more than the buying pressure. All right, Noah, thank you for letting me know. Definitely we're going to try to stay green here. We're not going to engage anything that's not clear. Because a lot of times in trading, if you just want to take a trade just to take a trade, the likelihood of it being a loser is going to be very high, because you took that trade based on you just wanting to take a trade. Now, we know this market has been bearish since the news, and now it's struggling at this level. So we can consider this level as resistance. So right now, short would be the way that we would like to go, So would like to go short now. Didn't take it, but it may come back and give us another chance. Now, can we get a pullback towards 6 and a quarter? We don't know. Let's see. And if you look at the bottom left chart, that red line, that looks like a moving average. That's the view. That's a RTH view up, the regular trading hours view up. We're below that. Definitely should favor some shorts here. And the two trades we take, our trend, but they were really well placed. Trade location is very, very key, and timing is everything. Well, thing is structure and everything is down. Can't chase this though. Keep selling off here. Now it could be this. Could this be a retest of the low of the day, the high below? That could be too. I think we got enough room here. Goodness, that's really just the short. That's about 90 to 75. That was gonna be the short here, but close to that low of the day. Yeah. Good thing, probably would have been at break even. Would have been got taken out break even anyway here. But this looks like it's a double go back to this level. Let's see if we can, we might be able to try a short here. This market look like
order submitted.
Let's see.
Order submitted.
Okay. We got taken in short. What I'll do is I'm going to reduce my risk quickly here. If we were to go maybe up a point or two, a couple of points. Boy, I got this. Let's see. The first target here. Yeah, fortunately, might get taken out here. There you go. Looks like we're pushing lower. Give me another bar down here. If we can get lower here, we're going to move manual to break even. Because we were waiting for the ATM to take us to break even, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. We got close break even for the day here at the moment then. Yeah. So meaning we just trying to play on our emotions here. That's just part of trading. Talked out by, about a point or so. 1.5. Now it's going our way. Yeah, no, just gotta wait and see what we do here. Second wants to go lower. The real winner here is the fact that I was trying to go long here, but the order didn't trigger on time. Definitely saved me some coins here quickly. This is so frustrating, but hey, it is part of trading. You were right position wise. We'll go short here. He goes up here. My stop was at 97.75. So I would have survived this. But I wanted to reduce my risk, which was the right thing to do. Because in hindsight, you can look at this. You say, oh, if you did this, that would have happened. No, we didn't know at the moment. So can't blame ourselves here. Just following our plan. If we get a pullback here, we might try to go short. We'll see. Yeah. We're approaching 11 o'clock, so I probably will end the stream around 11. Market can. So we're about to shoot up from here.
Order submitted.
Let's see if we can get.
Order submitted.
If I lost here, we will stop trading for the day. 2. Let's get to break even here. All right, if we can get one of those, we're basically 2 ticks away from being a break even. 1 tick away really from being break even. Definitely playing with our emotions today. This market is. I'll keep my original stop here. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out, but it is what it is. Definitely will be getting off the stream here and take a break, and somehow we go here. All right, got taken out for a loss. With that said, we're going to end the stream, go from there. Have a good one, guys, and take care, and be careful out there with this crazy market. So with that said, let's end the stream. See you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless.